Oh, shit. Mike was down. Oh, Mike was up even. Hello, hello! I say as if we did not just spend 10 years talking to each other. It's fine. So, you are, yes.
Hello. Went to Walmart today and just got back, so I will be hanging back. No walkthroughing for me.
That is fine, Kirby. I hope you enjoyed your Walmart trip. Take it easy, rest well. What do you mean you gotta earn it? You've earned like $300 at this point. Like, good, I'm glad. Oh, sorry, you didn't want me to stop petting you, okay. Oh my god, hi! Oh my god, hi Mirai. I gotta you Fant just give me things. I'd feel bad. Alright, cool, thank you. I will take your words on board, Mirai. I will give Annie all of the things. Buys Annie a house. Okay, so today I aim to not stop streaming. Anyway, so I intend to not stop streaming until we finish Dual Destinies. And depending how quickly I do that, I also may, perhaps, start Spirit of Justice. So without further ado, let's get into it. It would be really good if I had selected what I was playing, maybe. It's not even, it's like just coming up to midnight. It's fine. I had a nap. I had like a nearly 4-hour nap. Leave me alone. Anyway. Hee. Let's go. Well, I woke up at 10, so 2 hours? I'm so sorry. Also, if you hear me glug-glugging, it's because I have apple juice. Hello? And Vinny is sitting right next to me, so she gets pets sometimes. That's okay. You don't gotta stick around. What's the meaning of this? Congratulations, Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Edgeworth. You've uncovered the truth from 7 years ago and you saved Prosecutor Blackwell. However, I can't allow this trial to end just yet. He's Apollo and he's not fine. Why, Apollo? Why would you do this to us? My love, I'm worried about... Oh, this is really awkward. I could have just kept going until this screen. Oops. This is really awkward. Oh my god, not this music. Oh, this music kills me inside. Okay. Mr. Justice, please explain yourself. It's very simple. There isn't much to explain. The defendant, Miss Athena Sykes, might not be innocent. What are you talking about? The case from 7 years ago has been settled. I'm not talking about the past here. I'm talking about the present case. It's still not clear who killed Clay Terran. But, Apollo, why would you... Miss Sykes, please listen quietly to what I have to say. What in the world is Apollo trying to do? Your Honor, please allow me a little bit of the court's time. But this is a trial for the case from 7 years ago. Miss Blackwell, I'd like to ask a favor of you. Flavor. Just as you lost someone close to you, I lost someone close to me too. I'm sure you want to know the real truth of what happened just as much as I do. Apollo? Sure, you know what? I'm all for the truth. Now, let's see you expose this princess's guilt. Judge, I give my permission. Continue with the trial. Very well. Is that all right with you, Prosecutor Edgeworth? Okay, bye, Mirai. The prosecution has no objections. Let's hear Mr. Justice's testimony. I'll have the police investigation report brought immediately. Not you too, Edgeworth. I really hope it's because you have something up your sleeve. Very well. Your opening statement, please, Prosecutor Edgeworth. As you wish. Let's review the case of the murder of Clay Terran. It was made clear in the previous trial that Solomon Starbuck was not his killer. Therefore, the true culprit was someone else. Okay, I will do. Thank you, Mirai. On that day, the culprit waited for the astronauts in boarding lounge 1. When the two men made their escape out of the Space Museum, the killer attacked Mr. Terran with the same kind of knife that was used 7 years ago. The murderer then escaped into the Space Museum. Next, Director Yuri Cosmos switched the launch pads. After that, the culprit exited the Space Museum and escaped via boarding lounge 2. Therefore, this trial must make clear who Mr. Terran's true killer was. In other words, we must discover who it was that escaped through the Space Museum that day. Thank you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Mr. Wright, is the defense ready? Yes, Your Honor, the defense is ready. I better rearrange my evidence. Relevant evidence swapped into court record. Now then, Mr. Justice, your testimony, if you please. Apollo Justice's accusations. I suspected Miss Sykes of the murder of Clay Terran. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence presented itself. In addition, she's the only one who could have utilized the launchpad switch to escape. And that is why I wish to indict Miss Sykes on the charge of murder. Order in the court. Mr. Justice, you realize you are charging your own co-worker with murder, do you not? Yes, Your Honor. Because that is the conclusion my investigation has led me to. But, Apollo, why? How could you suspect me too? I'm just a girl! Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. I don't get it. Just what did you find over the past few days that made you think this? Hi, Bex. Apollo Justice's accusations. I suspected Miss Sykes of the murder of Clay Terran. What first made you suspicious of Miss Sykes? It all started when Miss Sykes and I were investigating the crime scene. When she saw the weapon that killed Miss Terran, my bracelet reacted. She said she'd never seen the knife before, but my bracelet told me otherwise. And then, every time after that, my bracelet would react when she talked about the case. Poor Apollo must have been beside himself during that investigation. Yeah. You just see Blackwell sitting off to the side. Being fucking restrained, being like, let me at him. I didn't know what to do or think. I couldn't even sleep. In that condition, I knew I wouldn't be any good in court. So I decided to wear an eye patch so I wouldn't be able to perceive any of her tells. So that's why Apollo's acting so strangely. But the reason Miss Sykes unconsciously reacted to the knife that way is because she stabbed her mother's murderer with an identical one to it 7 years ago. But that knife was also the murder weapon that was used to kill Clay Terran. My bracelet could have also reacted to her because she was the killer. I guess he has the point. But my bracelet wasn't the only reason I became suspicious of her. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence presented itself. That was the past case, though. This is the one with the astronaut who got murdered. The lighter that was found at the Space Museum with her fingerprints on it, right? But even if it seems decisive, there must be other facts we don't know about yet. If so, then go ahead and prove it then. Look, honestly, I don't want to believe it's true either, but Miss Sykes was the only one who was in the Space Museum at the time of the murder. But Miss Justice, Miss Sykes had absolutely no motive to kill Mr. Terran. 7 years ago, Miss Sykes lived at the Cosmos Space Center. It wouldn't be strange if she had some sort of connection to him. Besides, people sometimes kill for motives we can't even imagine. I know you've seen plenty of cases like that in your own career, Mr. Wright. I still can't believe this. How can you actually suspect Athena, Apollo? Yeah, Apollo's a bit of a dick in this case. In addition, she's the only one who could have utilized the launch pad switch to escape. Isn't it possible that somebody else used the same escape route? I'm afraid not, Mr. Wright. And why not? Recall there is a security camera in boarding lounge 1 aimed at the launch pad door. It's the camera that captured Mr. Terran and Mrs. Starbuck, but there's also another security camera in boarding lounge 2. It recorded Mr. Terran's killer, or rather Miss Sykes, coming out of the Space Museum. A camera in boarding lounge 2? First I've heard of it, but it makes sense. Athena said she had snuck into the Space Museum the night before the incident, and then was overcome and passed out until around noon the next day. I was out until about noon the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into boarding lounge 2. Yeah. But that must have been when the camera captured her, and that's what made Apollo suspect her even more. But wait a minute. In that case, we most likely recorded the true culprit as well. That's a negative on that one too, Mr. Wright. In the footage taken after the incident, Miss Sykes is the only one who appears. What?
What? Why?
Order! Order in the court! That can't be, but if it is, then it's incredibly incriminating. Wasn't it you who proved that in the previous trial that the way the true culprit escaped was via the space lounge after the pads had been switched? In fact, a fact you previously proved turned on its ear, leaving your client high and dry. I must say, that's vintage Phoenix Wright. That's why I wish to indict Miss Sykes on the charge of murder. Believing in your own client to the end is a basic principle of a good defense. Shouldn't you extend the same principle to your own co-worker? You're probably right. Maybe I'm not even fit to be a lawyer. However, I don't care. This case is special to me. That was my boyfriend. Clay was my friend, and that's why I just have to know the truth. Apollo suspected his trusted co-worker of killing his friend. To dispel his doubts, he investigated on his own, but that only led to more doubts. Apollo must be really struggling with this. Well, Apollo may have doubts, but... I'll say it again. Athena Sykes isn't the murderer. Then I have only one thing to say. Evidence is everything in court. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have the concrete proof to knock down my arguments? Your arguments have been very clear, Mr. Justice, and your facts appear to be indisputable. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think of my theory? I think it's shit. It looks like not even you can deny it. Miss Sykes was the only one who used the only possible escape route. Under these circumstances, there can be no other suspect but the defense. Unless... you think there was an alternative escape route? Is that what you think, Mr. Wright? Is that what you think, Mr. Wright? Is that what you think, Phoenix? Was there an alternative escape route? Of course! Yeah. Yes, of course there must have been. Just don't ask me what. You're just bluffing again, aren't you? Me? Bluff? No way! He knows me too well. It's fine, Mr. Wright. Oh. It's fine, Mr. Wright. Even a bluff would suit me just fine. As long as you can... clear up this doubt inside of me! Wait, so that's what this is all about? I want to believe in Athena, I really do. But what is faith without doubt? And that's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can really fully trust her. So that you can really trust me? It seems your junior partner has just showed us what trials are truly all about. I believe you're right. We prosecutors painstakingly question every detail in pursuit of the defendant, while we lawyers believe and defend our clients till the end. I think you should go home and have the day off the process. I don't think it's going to work like that, Max. He had several days off. He was like, I'm taking a leave of absence. He's like, I'm going on annual leave. When both sides go out, all out against each other, that's when we discover the truth. Precisely. And when the battle is over, we will understand the true meaning of trust. This is exactly what trials are all about, wouldn't you agree? Yes. I couldn't ignore the seed of doubt that was growing inside of me. So I decided I needed to face it head on. No matter what the truth is waiting ahead, I won't be afraid. That's so like Apollo, always uber earnest about things like this. Mr. Justice, I vow to dispel every last bit of doubt in your heart. Good! Because I want to believe in Miss Sykes again. You're really hoping there was an alternative route, aren't you, Apollo? But if I use the process of elimination, there really aren't that many possibilities. Director Cosmos was at the southern exit, leaving only the control room and the corridor of the Space Museum. Which door could the culprit have escaped through? Come on, Mr. Wright, where do you think the culprit escaped to?
Take that!
They really could have only escaped through the corridor to the Space Museum. All they had to do was use the unconscious Mr. Starbuck's prince to get through the door. It appears that all you're trying to establish is Miss Sykes' guilt. If the culprit used that route, the only exit would have been into boarding lounge 2. The logical conclusion of your argument is that the killer is none other than the defendant. I knew it. That's the only way it could have been, huh? If the culprit escaped into the corridor that leads to the Space Museum, then I guess it's true. The only exit would have been into boarding lounge 2. But Miss Sykes was the only person captured in boarding captured by the boarding lounge 2 security camera. I investigated the crime scene thoroughly, but the only place the culprit could have escaped to was the Space Museum corridor. There weren't any other secret corridors or anything, so that leaves us with no other conclusion to draw but that Athena Sykes is the culprit. What could the answer be? Was there really no other escape route? But hold on a second. What if... Where did the mysterious leaves we saw in the corridor come from? What if they're a clue to the culprit's real escape route? I think it is possible that the culprit escaped into the Space Museum, but came out using a route other than the boarding lounge 2. Oh? Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum were switched after the bombing, meaning the Space Museum corridor was moving along the rail at the time, which is exactly where an alternative escape route opened up for our culprit. Are you kidding me? Judging by the intense look in your eyes, I take it you're serious. Very well then, Mr. Wright, do tell.
Take that!
We found something odd while investigating the museum corridor this afternoon. Namely, a few dead leaves on the floor. Considering where dead leaves come from, they point us to exactly where the culprit escaped to. Yes, I remember seeing some leaves myself. Do you mean... Yep, well, the Space Museum was in motion just beyond the corridor safety door. It was an alternative place that the culprit could use to escape. In other words, the culprit's real escape route was the area outside the Space Center. You're freaking insane! Let Apollo say an F word. Let him say fuck. Do you know how impossible that is? That corridor is level with the 3rd floor. Even if the culprit tried to leap to the outside wall of the Space Center building, they would fall to their death.
Objection!
Ordinarily, yes. But after the bombing incident, the culprit could make use of a certain item. And what item was that exactly, Mr. Wright? Alright. Where is it? No, not that. That.
Take that!
I know what I'm doing for once. An emergency ladder? There was an emergency ladder on the 4th floor robotics lab, and it was used the day after the explosions to help evacuate people. Miss Blackwell used it as herself used the ladder to escape down to ground level. Recall that the launch pads were switched after the ladders was lowered. The corridor would have passed by the ladder while the pads were being switched. And that's when the culprit literally sprang into action. And leapt onto the ladder. What? Who could have imagined?
Me, baby, I imagined.
Order, order in the court. Well, an alternative escape route seems to have emerged. Which means someone other than Miss Sykes could have been the culprit, right?
Objection!
Making things up on the fly in an attempt to sway the court again, are we, Mr. Wright? Your theory has so many holes it puts Swiss cheese to shame. Swiss cheese. Alright, then name one. I have here a detailed information about the Space Center. According to this, the distance between the museum corridor and the main building during moment is 15 feet? 10 feet? A full 20 feet! 20 feet? You're pulling my leg, right? How much is that in meters? Sorry, chat. I need to find something out. How much is 20 feet in meters? This is of utmost importance. I need to know if I can flex or not. I assure you it's very important. I also don't understand feet. So that's another thing. Yeah. Thank you. How many meters is 20 feet? 6 meters. Hmm. It's probably fine. In addition, the corridor is 3 floors from the ground, or roughly 50 feet. What's more, the culprit would probably be leaping in a precarious place, an unstable ladder. Human beings feel fear in dangerous situations. It's a basic survival instinct. An ordinary person would certainly hesitate before jumping, or even freeze in fear and not jump at all.
Objection!
But the culprit had just murdered somebody. They weren't in an ordinary state of mind.
Objection!
And nevertheless, why would they have taken that kind of risk? They could have waited for the switch to be completed and escaped into boarding lounge 2.
Objection!
Because there was a security camera in boarding lounge 2. The culprit knew they would be recorded if they left the Space Museum that way. In that case, the culprit could have hidden in the museum until things settled down, and then blended in with the other people after the museum was opened. That's a good point. But you claim that, despite all this, the culprit took a 20-foot death-defying leap. And all in the brief moment that the corridor and ladder passed by each other? That's also a good point. They would have needed a running start while the corridor was moving to make that jump. If their timing was off, or if they couldn't jump far enough, it would have been instant death. What kind of person would attempt something like that? Stop bringing up good points, Edgeworth. Yeah, they're gonna get a divorce. This true culprit of yours is nothing but a figment of your imagination. Why do you always fuck me over? Mr. Edgeworth's right. That does sound pretty insane. A culprit would have had to be someone who feels no fear, like a stuntman. But everyone feels fear on some level, right? Wait a minute. Aha! I've got it this time! Ha! Fuck you, Edgeworth. I can prove that there was someone who could have used the alternative escape route. Oh, can you now? This proves the possibility of a person who could have used the alternative escape route.
Take that!
What's that, Mr. Wright? This is a certain person's very interesting psych profile. The subject doesn't experience feelings like a normal person does. In other words, this person doesn't feel happiness, sadness, or fear. Doesn't feel fear? Right! Fuck! You can't be serious. Without the constraint of fear, you can do anything. He could easily do what an ordinary person wouldn't dare. The murderer could just be somebody who's severely autistic. Ooh, this kind of slaps. I love this song. Just as you or I could do a broad jump on the ground without the slightest fear. This subject could make a 20-foot leap 50 feet up in the air. He could choose this extreme way of escaping without hesitation. So you're saying that to a person without fear, the alternative route would have been quicker and eliminated the chance that they'd be spotted? That's definitely pretty extreme, Mr. Wright. But was there such a person there at the scene? Yes, the Phantom, the mysterious, shadowy figure that keeps popping up. Oh dear, no, fuck. The Phantom, again? I knew the Phantom was there behind the scenes of the Space Center bombing, but I wasn't sure if it was connected to the murder of Clay Terran as well. However, now it's all clear. The Phantom is the one who not only bombed the Space Center but also killed Mr. Terran. Order in the court, I say. Mr. Wright, please continue. There were just too many similarities between this case and the one from 7 years ago. But why, you may ask? It can only be because both incidents are the work of the same phantom. So then, this phantom is the one who killed Clay? Let me at him! But who is he? This phantom has been haunting this case and pulling the strings in the background. Who could this unidentified international spy be?
Da Phantom.
Well, that... yeah. Tom. Panya. Right, this escape route must have been part of the Phantom's plan from the start, as was tricking Director Cosmos into switching the launch pads. The bomb on the second floor was meant to make the elevators and stairs unusable. That's why he gave advanced warning and planted the bombs where he did. Yes, I think you're right. But it doesn't explain what this one last thing. So, I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they just use ladders in the other rooms? The robotics lab wasn't the only room with an emergency ladder, but he couldn't have made that leap unless he was certain which one it would be. So you mean the Phantom must be someone who knew that particular ladder was going to be used? That's right. Who could it be? Wait a minute. So I lowered my emergency ladder just like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. Miss Blackwell lowered the ladder after being told to by the detective leading the... Ah! You gotta be kidding me! Did you figure it out right? Do you know who the Phantom is? Unfortunately. Yes, I do. Who is it? Who killed Clay? Who killed my boyfriend? Our mysterious spy, known as the Phantom, is none other than... In justice we trust! After the explosions, a member of the staff crossed paths with a certain detective. I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. As for the detective who was leading the evacuation from the 4th floor, he had a very specific objective in mind. And so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. His objective was to secure his own escape route. We lowered an emergency ladder and escaped from the 4th floor window. Oh. Once everyone got out safely, I made my way down too and headed into the shelter.
He doesn't have a collar on Blackwell.
It's a detective you all know. He's even the lead detective on the current case.
Blackwell is innocent.
He appears to be a very emotional man, but his psych profile says he's without emotion.
Take that!
Bobbert! You know, Bobbert!
What? Are you saying... You mean the Phantom is Detective Bobby Fulbright? Exactly. We were all taken in by his fake persona. Detective Fulbright's real identity is the Phantom. Oh no. Order the car. Mr. Wright, how could this be? That's easy, Your Honor. Detective Fulbright was leading the 4th floor evacuation effort. Our first clue is he made no attempt to have any other ladder put to use.
Shh, don't tell them! Don't tell them!
Spoilers! Shh, spoilers, spoilers. The ladder in the robotics lab is the only one ordered to be lowered.
Annie, spoilers!
Oh my god. Bax! Bax! Detective Bobby Fulbright! The detective! We have three kinds of people here. Defenders, attackers, and clueless people. The second is that he directed everyone to the basement shelter via this ladder. Verily, it was all part of his plan to create an escape route. Well, his full name is Robert, but they call him Bobby. After Detective Fulbright saw that the ladder had been lowered from the robotics lab. He went into the lounge where he killed Clay Terran and escaped into the Space Museum. The museum started moving slowly, so he waited for the right moment and got a running start. Bobbert. And just as the corridor was passing by the ladder, he leapt onto it. Ugh, I don't believe it. That addle-plated detective did all of that. Was it really him? I mean, all this time I thought... Sorry, we didn't catch your name. My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright. A heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's in justice we trust. I mean, respectfully, this case, I got all the other cases completed in 2 parts. We're on part 4 of this case. Then his concern for Simon was also just one big act? I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. Well, I mean... he knew for a fact Simon would never be able to get rehabilitated. Because he's on death row. He knows that. So of course it was all an act. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. That monster killed Clay? He had me completely fooled. Come to think about it, he's the one who brought that bloodstained lighter to court too. That scumbag even made me turn on Athena. Damn it, how the hell did I fall for that? Or for him to have wormed his way into the police department as well. Your Honor, the defendant demands to question Detective Bobby Fulbright. Yes, I agree that we need to hear from him right away. The court will take a short recess and then Detective Fulbright will take the stand. Simon in the corner because his boyfriend is a serial killer international spy who murdered his mentor and made him go to prison for 8 years and then tried to get the person he tried to defend with all his being thrown in jail as well and then murdered a guy's friend. Yes! But again, spoilers! I want that to be the big reveal. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. If it wasn't for everything you did, I... Don't thank me yet. We still have an uphill battle to fight. You got it, boss. Look at him looking all sad and dejected. He looks like a kicked puppy. He's so sad. Apollo. Oh, well, this is awkward. Athena, can you do me a favor? Huh? What is it? Can you slap me? Could you punch me, please? What? Why should I do that? Because I should have believed in you. And let the seed of doubt inside me get the best of me. I'm really so— Ow! Don't be such a dope! I was really touched by what you did. Huh? Now what are you talking about? I mean, she did hold people hostage, and threaten to murder them. Look, I'm not an expert, but I want to believe in Athena, I really do. But what is faith without doubt? And that's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can really fully trust her.
She didn't catch him.
You took the time and effort to genuinely think about who I am and what I'm made of. After all that, how could I punch a true friend like you, Apollo? I mean, you just slapped him. You didn't have any trouble slapping him a second ago. Thanks, Athena. And thanks for waking me up to reality again. Guess I know who I can call if I ever get sleepy in court. It looks like you have some promising young people working under you. Oh my god, his boyfriend! Husband, to be fair. They're married. Edgeworth. Yeah, I think they're pretty great myself, and they're not afraid to keep me in line. Anyway, I have some very good news. Aura Blackwell has surrendered and the hostages have been set free. Trucy and all the others? Oh, thank goodness. Miss Blackwell said she had something she really needed to do. So I graced her special permission to do what she must. I wonder what it is. Oh god, she's here! Miss Blackwell! I didn't come to apologize, if that's what you're thinking. My actions are what allowed the truth of what happened 7 years ago to come to light. But I did come here because I had something to say to all of you. Miss Aura! She better not be here to complain about something. Miss Blackwell, I want to apologize to you. The fact that you can trust the court system is our fault. Yes, it is true the courts are filled with incompetent idiots. Still, I suppose I could let you handle the rest of the case for me. Oh, Miss Aura, does this mean you're starting to trust the system again? No, of course not. Be quiet, hunk of junk. It's just, I wouldn't mind if you were the one who took Metis' killer down. Leave it to us. We'll get him. So I guess that means she's starting to trust us, at least. Oh my god! Baby boy. Aura. Simon. I'm so glad both you and the princess were cleared of all suspicion. And it's all thanks to me and my robots. You better be grateful. I never imagined you would go that far, though you were always extreme. But I don't recall ever requesting your help. As close as ever, I see. Well, now that you've been released, guess it's my turn to go live in the slammer. Do you think the prison guards are going to, you know, it's like primary school teachers, like, one sibling leaves and they're like, thank God it's gone, and then you check the class rota for the upcoming year and you see somebody with the same surname and you just start sobbing violently. Do you think it's going to be like that for the court system, like the prison system? They'll be like, fuck, we finally got rid of Simon Blackwell. Alright, we have a new prison intake. Who the fuck is Aura Blackwell? I just hope you're not the prosecutor for my trial. You'd probably give me the death penalty. You know me all too well. I guess love can take a variety of expressions, including stunted in their case. But I truly was about to be executed tomorrow. Though because of you, it looks like I won't be crossing the river Styx just yet. You have my heartfelt thanks, Aura. I'm sorry I caused you so much anguish. Simon. She starts crying! I'm so glad, Simon. So glad to hear you say that. Aura. Alright, that's enough of that. Bailiff, take me to the detention center. What Miss Blackwell did was inexcusable, but it's clear she did it out of love for her brother. I still can't wrap my head around Detective Fulbright being the Phantom. I can't believe he killed Clay. I can't believe I slept with him. Excuse me? Right. And murdered my mentor, which brought great distress upon little Athena. Oh, fucking hell. He's out of jail and he's like, it's my fucking little sister. Get the fuck away from her. She's never going to be able to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. She's not going to be allowed to date anyone. Chief Prosecutor. Yes? I would like to ask a favor. Would you allow me to stand at the prosecutor's bench for this trial?
I wish to claim the Phantom's head by my own hand. That was my plan all along, after all. It's highly unconventional for a man of my position to stand in court. Sir? The formal paperwork has yet to be filed, but you are hereby conditionally released. Please take the prosecutor's bench in your official capacity and uncover the truth by your own hand.
Yeah, he's just angry that Athena suffered for so long.
I am much obliged.
Ah, tits!
The day to part with these has come at last. Chief Prosecutor, could you? Oh, how long I have waited. Maybe it's the sense of freedom, but even the air seems fresher, the light brighter. And I will relish slashing that blackguard Fulbright to shreds without mercy.
I didn't see that in time, I'm sorry. He has chronic insomnia. He will not be doing that, Bax. Sorry. He has Tucker on one shoulder and Annie on the other.
I don't have to be able to read his heart to see how happy he is. Oh yeah, absolutely fucking ecstatic, this one. Look at him.
Over the moon. Absolutely overjoyed he is. Look at him.
It's so glad, but I won't cry just yet. After all, we still got a trial to finish. It's okay to cry, Athena, I promise. Prosecutor Blackwell, Mr. Wright, please avenge Clay's death for me.
What are you talking about, Apollo? Come on, get up to the defense bench with me. You are up.
I am? Well, I can't expect Athena to assist me now, can I? She's your defendant.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to roleplay Toxic Yowie. Anyway,
that leaves you, Apollo. But you sure you want me?
Oh, I want you, all right.
I took a leave of absence and everything.
He's like, I took some time off. Are you sure I'm allowed to come back to work? Apollo, respectfully, that's not the worst thing you've done to the company in the last week.
Well, our office is pretty short-handed and you're all we got, so I don't have a fucking choice. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Apollo. Athena, I can say with all my heart now. I believe in your complete innocence, and we're gonna prove it to the world.
You can be Sybil. I never said that Toxic Yowie didn't include Sybil. No, not Joe! We know you miss Joe.
Thank you, Apollo. I know you can do it.
Oh my god, your turn to die. Place through. Oh.
You won't be needing that eye patch anymore, right? Right. Because I'm fine now.
Because I'm fine now. Oh, he's stripping. HTTP is not finished. Look at him all snazzied up. They should have had Blackwell just standing awkwardly in the corner. Now this is the Apollo I know.
Welcome back, Apollo. It's almost time for the trial to restart, though it looks like you have things well in hand. Yep, I should head back to the prosecutor's office. But why? I want to look into a few things, namely, the first people at the scene 7 years ago and the facial data registered by the robot, and Detective Fulbright's background. Sounds great, Edgeworth, thanks. I expect to be repaid with a victory, right? Now, if you excuse me.
Oh, that's not
That's not all he's that's not all he's gonna be repaid with. I'll give him that. All right, you all set to go? You bet I am. Let's do this. This is the final battle. The murder of Apollo's friend, the courtroom bombing incident. Every case has been the Phantom so far. And the case that ushered in the dark age of the law 7 years ago. Destiny has called us to bring the one responsible for it all to justice today. Yeah, basically. And I expect to be repaid by not being able to walk tomorrow, Phoenix. So, if you could make that happen, that would be great. District Courtroom number 4. Let us now reconvene. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has never been more ready. You know, this is the first time we've been at the defense bench together since I redebuted. Like he's a fucking VTuber. Now that you mention it, although back then you were more loud than you were reliable. You've really come a long way since then, Apollo. You've grown a lot. Like, at least an inch. Well, there have been some hiccups, but I guess I've done pretty well. He's still got that ego of his, though. Prosecutor Blackwell. With the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place. Yes, I guess we can keep the chit-chat for later. Bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately. Even with those handcuffs off, Prosecutor Blackwell still seems to be pretty much the same. 7 years of grumpiness doesn't go away so easy, I guess. He's just built like that. Ha ha ha! Bobby Fulbright here! I heard I was needed on the stand, so here I am. Detective Fulbright. Do you know why you've been called in to give testimony? Yep, because there's only one reason I'd be called. And that's because it's time for justice. In justice we trust.
Objection!
Shut the fuck up. You can't fool us out of that act anymore. Your justice is nothing but lies. What? Are you questioning the integrity of my sense of justice? I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes, but hey. He's acting exactly the same as always. Tell me about it. He must be feeling awfully confident. Fulbright, if you wish to dispel our suspicions, then let's get to your testimony. Alright, fine. You want me to prove my righteousness? I can certainly do that. I don't think he quite understands the severity of the situation he's currently in. The embodiment of justice. Ha ha! I am the very embodiment of justice itself. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched argument. This bit about the escape route is only a theory. You don't have any proof. What we do have is proof that Athena Sykes is the culprit. This lighter with her prints on it. So you're saying the suspicions against you are completely false, and that the defendant is the real culprit? That's right. Mr. Lawyer's escape route is totally circumstantial. He doesn't even have any proof that I made that big leap onto a ladder. Well, we don't have proof. You are correct about that. However, you don't have any proof for your claim either. Yeah, I guess you're right. Aw, thank you. I just feel like that's just how he sounds. I love him. Justice has a better fashion sense. I mean, if you look at Apollo Justice, let's be real. But you can't define justice with evidence. Who can define it anyway? Justice is justice. Just is. Oh my god.
Objection!
It's fucking. I'm not gonna say slurs on Twitch. Don't make me break out a dictionary for you. No, please don't throw a book at me. Tell me the Phantom didn't just make me set up for a stupid pun for him. Let's try not to lose focus, alright? They're wearing the same shit outfits. Oh no. Oh my god, they are. But my justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice. Leans over and smells Apollo. You need a shower.
Silence.
Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court's questions and prove it. Prosecutor Blackquill? Prosecutor Blackquill looks torn. Well, Fulbright was his partner after all. A bound chicka wow wow. Sorry. Ayo? Ayo? Chat? Prosecutor Blackquill is right. The truth will be revealed in the cross-examination. All suspicions against Detective Fulbright are, at this point, only suspicions. As is my duty, I will judge the claims against the detective as impartially as I can, even though I fucking hate him. Does anyone have any objections? Heyo? Huh? Chat? What? Oh my god. Annie, we gotta get you some bitches. We gotta get you some bitches so bad. Don't worry, Annie. We'll get you some bitches. Don't worry. It's okay, bro. We'll get you some bitches. That's fine, Your Honor. Haha! Now, ask away and don't hold back. Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Very well. Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Well, normal is a stretch, Bax. You just... Heading on Discord. Good fucking lord. Good lord. This is playing like a fucking Ace Attorney breakdown. What? Mirai, do not encourage this. Anyway, the embodiment of justice.
Hold it.
The embodiment of justice, those are just empty words. But they say if you keep saying something, it can eventually become the truth. Isn't that how people make their dreams come true, too? By wishing over and over? Alright, let's just move on. Fucking hell, man. I won't have you make me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments.
Hold it.
My arguments are hardly far-fetched. There's careful reasoning behind my theory. Yes, well, apparently there's a reasoning behind even a tofu burger. Damn, he fucked on vegans. But what we have against Miss Sykes, though, that's not just reasoning, but solid evidence. And it's called the lighter with Miss Sykes' fingerprints on it in the victim's blood. Yes, that's true, but wait a minute. Detective was the one who brought that evidence to the trial. If you harbour any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright, right, Dono? Especially about that lighter. He's right. Please tell the court about the position of the prints on the lighter. They're around the same spot on either side, as they would if she was holding it up. I suppose if you used to light the room, that would be held that way. Could you please add that statement to your testimony? Prints were placed. I'm going to try and get the other one as well. You mean the lighter that was found at the Space Museum, is that right? The one and only. After Miss Sykes murdered Miss Tarrant, she escaped into the Space Museum. That's when she probably dropped the lighter. Hi, Annie. And then after that, the launch pads were switched. She ran out of the Space Museum, where her image was caught by the security camera. Without evidence, I should probably save the fight for another time. Meow, meow, meow.
Hold it!
I've already done this one, but... Okay, so... The number of prints. So many prints were found exactly. 3. The thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger on the right hand. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Chat, I'm so fucking smart. 3. The thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger on the right hand. Or a statement. The perp held the lighter with an earth emblem on the left hand. Your Honor, that's an important statement. Could we please have it? So, up to my testimony, you got it. He beat me to it. Haha, being investigating or testifying speed is the key.
Objection!
We should free her. You say the prints were from the right hand, is that correct?
That's right, very clear prints.
But that just doesn't add up.
Huh? What doesn't add up?
According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself, this person held the lighter in their left hand.
Oh.
So here's the dilemma before us. Why are the prints on the lighter from the right hand instead of left? You're right, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Your Honor, the lighter can hardly be called incriminating evidence when the witness's claims don't hold water. Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this.
I just can't understand it. They're definitely right-handed prints. But then, why are there inconsistencies with Miss Blackwell's statement?
I've got it! What have you got, Detective?
The mirror. The witness must have seen a reflection of the culprit in the mirror.
Go on.
Miss Blackwell was looking through the window of the boarding lounge 1, wasn't she?
I believe so. If you mean the little window on the back and to the right, in the back and to the right of the room.
That's right, and across the room on the opposite wall is a large mirror.
I do remember seeing it. So you're saying...
Yes, the culprit, Miss Blackwell, so must have been a reflection of that person in the mirror.
I see. In that case, the right and left would appear reversed, wouldn't they?
Haha, now do you see? That's the logic to pure justice.
But your argument is only conjecture. You don't have any proof that what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Silence.
Right, Dono, you'd sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put some more muscle into it.
Huh?
Haha, that's right. Besides, the lighter couldn't have been in the left hand.
And why not?
Miss Blackwell said she saw an earth emblem on the lighter, didn't she? That emblem is only on one side of the lighter.
You're right, there is no emblem on the other side.
Exactly. There's a blank. As blank and smooth as the judge's fine scalp. If the culprit had held the lighter in the left hand, they would have culprit the emblem. Uh-oh. What's more is this kind of lighter you flick open with your thumb before lighting. So if the culprit held it in their left hand, with the emblem out and visible, they would have not been able to open it, let alone light it. If they had held it in their right hand, they could have easily opened it and lighted it. That just means that the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in their right hand. Oh, come back, my beautiful contradiction. It appears you've planted a flower that bears no fruit. Ha ha! See how it withers before my flower of justice? He's tough. He managed to discredit almost everything I've proven up until this point. Injustice we trust! Now do you see? I'm not this phantom you've been talking about. I mean, are you sure there really is a spy? I bet they're just a figment of your imagination. Oh, it's so sad. So very sad. But I'm afraid Miss Sykes is the culprit.
Hold it!
Detective Fulbright, I believe you said that the emblem is only on one side of the lighter. Are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. Why don't you take a look for yourself and see? Do you see an earth emblem on both sides of the lighter? I knew it. You're lying, detective. Pardon me? You mean, yeah, my bracelet reacted to his statement about the emblem. He's definitely hiding something big. Oh my god, hi! Thank you! I don't want to be nice to Bobbit, I want to bully him. He's definitely hiding something big. And I think if we use my talent, we might be able to figure it out. Justice Dono, are you going to use that cheat of yours again? It's not cheating, Prosecutor Blackwell. Very well. Whether I like it or not, I suppose we should use whatever works right now. Go on then. I'll distract the bird. Yeah, Prosecutor Blackwell's reluctant blessing, apparently. Alright, Apollo, you're up. Here goes then, Detective Fulbright. Can you repeat with that last statement one more time? What in the world are you? Fine. I'll say it as many times as you like. Listen carefully. The Earth emblem is only on that side. The Earth emblem is only on that side, on the side that you can see when held in the right hand. I think it's his thumb. Yeah.
Gotcha!
Oh! Detective Fulbright, you might not be aware of it yourself, but I feel like as the Phantom, he should not have nervous tells. Whenever you say the phrase "the Earth emblem," your left thumb moves. In fact, it appears as though you're running along the edge of your holster. Mr. Lawyer, I don't have the foggiest notion about what you're talking about. Be that as it may, I know it has something to do with the lighter. Let me examine it. But why? You're not making any sense. You can't just...
Silence!
I guess. Be still and do as you're told, Fulbright. Yes, sir. If you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind them having a look-see, should you? What? Not you too, Prosecutor Blackwell? I'm not sure what this is all about, but if Prosecutor Blackwell insists... Yeah. It must be something important. I will allow the defense to examine the lighter. Good, now maybe we'll learn something new. Let's check every inch of this thing. I already know what... There's a moon here in the relief. I guess it's designed to go with the Earth. If anything is suspicious about the lighter, it's probably in this area. I don't see anything odd about this, though. So this is the Earth emblem Detective Fulbright was talking about. See anything noteworthy? Hey, the emblem's actually some kind of button. It's a fucking gun! Whoa, it transformed into something. A handle, a trigger? Is this what I think it is? There's no question. It seems what you have there is a gun. We're allowed those in America. A what? A gun. So that's it. Your Honor, please recall this morning's trial when Detective Cosmos was on the stand. Stupid air gun. The bullet that hit the oxygen tank was an extremely small, maybe 10 caliber. This little compact gun probably takes bullets of that caliber. It looks like this gun was fired at the scene. I'm flabbergasted. This lighter was a gun? So when Detective Fulbright would touch his holster, that's right, whenever he mentioned the Earth emblem, he must have subconsciously thought about a secret behind the lighter. In other words, he knew it was a gun from the very beginning. A lighter that transforms into a gun seems like a spy gadget to me. You know, the kind of thing that any ordinary person can get their hands on. In fact, I'd say it's strictly in the domain of elite spies. Detective Fulbright, you will explain yourself. Haha, that's nothing for me to explain. I didn't know the lighter could transform. I mean, it was found at the Space Museum, and then I brought it straight in. I didn't even have time to check it out.
Objection!
Whenever you mentioned the Earth emblem and you touched a holster, you subconsciously did that because you knew it was a gun. Accuse me all you want, but where is your proof? Do you have any evidence that I knew the lighter was a gun? Not exactly. And whose prints are on it? Miss Sykes' prints. That proves she's the culprit who fired the gun at the scene. It would appear the detective is right. Are you guys really trying to prove your client innocent or what? Although it pains me to do this, now that we are where we are, I have to make the following assertions coming from the prosecution side. The person who fired the gun at Director Cosmos in the lounge after the incident, and the person who Miss Blackwell saw holding the lighter, and the person who killed Mr. Terran, and the person who bombed the space center, are all the defendant Athena Sykes. The prints on the lighter are decisive proof. You want to look at the person and ask them why they thought it was a good idea? Is that it? No! Ha ha! Now do you see, a man on the side of justice couldn't possibly be the culprit, and I think this about sums up Miss Sykes' part in the whole affair. The evidence certainly does seem to point to the defendant's guilt. Do you have anything to say, Prosecutor Blackwell? Evidence is everything in court, therefore Fulbright's claims stand firm. But calm down, Apollo. He's just saying that because he has to as a prosecutor. What? Cabby! Mr. Lawyer, our job is to pursue criminals in the name of justice. You shouldn't cast suspicion on people based on something as dubious as a habit. In fact, you have a bad habit of showing up in court with an awful case of bedhead.
Objection!
This is my hair. Says the man who wears sunglasses at night. If it's proof what you want, it's proof you'll get. I'll prove that this lighter is not Miss Sykes, but yours. Sounds like you hit on something, Apollo. It's just, if the prints on the lighter are the basis for accusing Athena, I think we should reconsider the credibility of the evidence itself. You mean you think the lighter might be forged evidence? That's right. It could all be part of Fulbright's bigger plot. Did he do anything out of the ordinary whilst I was off on my own? I can definitely think of a few things. It is indeed. Have a look at this. What? There's a lighter. Oh? He was? Huh. Damn. Imagine trying to get black box dye out of your hair, man. It's horrible. Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found at the boarding lounge. Ah, yes. I just so happened to compile the print data of everyone related to the case. I always carry another copy for myself, so this is all yours. Consider it a gift. If we assumed he's been laying a big trap for us all along, well, there's got to be something off about this piece of evidence. Owner of the prints. Are they really Athena's fingerprints? They definitely matched her print data. But what about the print data itself? Detective Fulbright, you were the one who provided us with the lighter and print data. Isn't that correct? Yes, what about it? You say Miss Sykes' prints match the print data, but I have to wonder, was the data you used official? Mr. Wright, are you suggesting that the evidence might have been fabricated? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's re-examine the prints. using official sanctioned print data of people involved in this case. What? You dare insult the epitome of justice and integrity? There's no need for such antics. Your Honor, I lend my voice to the defense's request. You must allow the test to be rerun. Yes, very well then. Bailiff! Fucking, it really is Simon Says. Oh. Well, thank you, Taka. Wow, it appears the official data is here. And the results? It's just as the defense claimed. This proves the prints on the light do not belong to the defendant. Yes, the fingerprints actually belong to the victim, Mr. Clay Terran. A lighter that can transform into a gun. It has Clay's fingerprints and blood on it. Those were Clay's fingerprints on the lighter? Yeah, Apollo, why didn't you recognize your boyfriend's fingerprints? Fake friend. She has fingerless gloves. But I mean, that's only on one hand as well. If I... No, they're on her left, they're on her right hand. So the gloves she has are like... So she has very specific gloves, I think. I won't be able to... Let me just... Oh god. Okay, let me just... Okay, so... She has specific gloves. Yeah, so she has gloves on her right hand that cover her thumb, her pointer finger, and her middle finger. Which means she wouldn't have been able to leave the prints anyway because those are the prints that were found on the gun. She has a glove. It's for Widget. So she can use Widget. But yeah. No, you are just losing it, my love. I see. Come to think of it, wasn't it you, Fulbright, who collected the victim's prints? I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity, after all. When you took the deceased's fingerprints, you could have easily planted his prints on the lighter with his blood, after which you wiped the blood off his hand. By your own admission, you were also the one who compiled the phony print data. All to put the blame on Miss Sykes. No! Blue. This ploy must have been to distract us from the Phantom who was behind everything. You were out to create the impression that the Phantom wasn't the true culprit. So, does this mean Detective Fulbright really is the Phantom? Remember the killer's escape route. No ordinary person would have been fearless enough to go and attempt it. Nobody but the Phantom, the man with no emotions, could have done it. Detective Fulbright, you were the only one who could have used that escape route. Fulbright, are you really the Phantom? Answer me, or so help me, I will slash you to tiny slithers where you stand. Alright, I'll talk. I confess, I'm not the Phantom.
Silence.
It's all over. Now be a man and admit it already. But I'm not a spy. I'm an undercover investigator. I've actually been after the Phantom myself. An undercover investigator? That sounds less wholesome to me. Oh yeah, he was with Blackwell. With Blackwell, he was an under the cover investigator. Oh, I'm gonna go to hell. A person who hides his identity and secretly investigates in order to uncover information. And that's what you really are, Fulbright. That's right, I was working to track down the Phantom, but sadly, even though I was supposed to catch the spy, the spy ended up catching me. He took my family hostage and forced me to cooperate with him. What? You're telling us this now? If what you say is true, then who was the mysterious person that Mr. Blackwell and Mr. Starbuck saw? It was the Phantom, I tell you. All I did was help him by having that emergency ladder lowered for him.
Objection!
And the prints and everything. I don't believe you. Then how do you explain the fabricated ladder? That was also one of the Phantom's demands.
That the Phantom actually murdered Bobby's family, yeah.
Being the detective in charge of the case, it was easy for me to fabricate the evidence. Pinning the crime on Athena Sykes was just another one of the Phantom's orders.
You expect me to buy that?
Fulbright, what was the Phantom's ultimate objective? I was told it was to sabotage the rocket launch. Someone didn't want the launch to happen, so I must have given the order. Actually, I have to apologize to you too. The Phantom told me to get closer to you. He ordered me to get back that psych profile you have on him. So he sent a buzzard of his own to tell me the past year, did he? I haven't been a champion of justice. I've just been a pawn of evil. A pawn of the Phantom who stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago. Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all. With the ceiling blown off, I suppose you are vulnerable to a sniper's shot in this courtroom. Just 2 seconds ago, Fulbright was treating Athena like a criminal. Does he really think he's going to lie his way out of it now?
No, sorry, my voice is a little dead because of the voice acting. Oh, little fish boy. Wait, Bobby wasn't the fish, no, that was Flo. Bobby was the emo. But on the surface, everything does seem to make sense. This could be bad, Mr. Wright, if we can't find a flaw in his logic. He's right. Even after we come all this way, we can't let Fulbright wiggle free now. It's been years since I heard that name. Therefore, I finally told the truth. Oh, there, I finally told the truth. And now I hope you see how foolish it was to think I was the Phantom. Hey-o! This is a new sprite for him. You're an intelligent man, Prosecutor Blackwell. You believe me, right? I believe you. I don't think you're the Phantom. What? He doesn't want to suspect his boyfriend. How can you say that, Prosecutor Blackwell? It's obvious he's the Phantom. The evidence is everything, right, Dono? And you must admit there's no clear evidence that Fulbright is the Phantom. Yes, as I recall, the only solid proof we've seen up to this point is the fact that Detective Fulbright fabricated evidence. But I've known Fulbright here for a year now, and all this time he's been quite intent on rehabilitating me. I don't believe his efforts were a lie. Aww. Oh no. A Prosecutor Blackwell! This fool truly thought he could reform a death row inmate like me. He went so out of his way in his efforts for me. He's actually become quite a nuisance, really. Oh, Prosecutor Blackwell, you believe me! Please tell me Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't really been taken by this big phony.
Okay, there you go. Go on, kiss his face. Oh no, Vinny, you're gonna fall off the bed. Vinny, baby. Aw. Oh, hello, my little baby. You're okay, you're okay. However, even if it was against... Are you gonna meow, Vinny? No. I picked her up. I'm currently holding her. Oh no, not abandon me with Annie. How could you do such a thing? Okay, sleep good, Bax. Anyway, I have the cat. I'm holding the cat. She's falling asleep. However, even if it was against your will, you still acted as the Phantom's accomplice. You will have to pay the price for that. Throw yourself at my mercy, and don't you ever betray me again. Have you got that? Oh, there you go, Vinny. Oh, Vinny. Vinny, baby. I tried to put her down and she just kind of fell against me. Throw yourself at my mercy and don't you ever betray me again. Have you got that? Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Such a bond of trust is really, it's a rare and beautiful thing. In any case, it looks like everything has been resolved. I can now hand down a not guilty vote with confidence. Ha ha ha! Very good. I'm very glad to hear that. It's all over. Everything's been cleared up and Miss Sykes will go free as well. And Mr. Wright, we can't let the trial end here. If we do, the Phantom, the man who killed Clay, will get away. I know, but... what do? I don't have any proof that Detective Fulbright is the Phantom. Is this it? Is he gonna get away just like that? And now, if you'll excuse me, my next investigation awaits. With that, I'm off. Edgeworth. Oh, no, never mind. The defense... No, wait, not the defense. One second, guys. The defendant feels it's not time for a verdict yet and would like to see the trial continue. What? But I was just about to declare you're innocent of all charges. It just doesn't feel right to be standing here. Hey, Apollo, I think you could scooch over. She's like an annoying little sister. Athena, what are you doing? Oh, we don't get held in contempt of court. I have some questions for you, Detective Fulbright. Are you relieved that you're no longer under suspicion of being the Phantom? Are you grateful to Prosecutor Blackwell for what he's done for you? Of course I am. I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. Athena, where are you going with these questions? I've yet to hear a single emotion behind any of Detective Fulbright's words, boss. The suspicion against him has been cleared up, but he's not feeling happy at all. What does that mean? We may not have any evidence, but that heart doesn't lie. That's it, with your special ability. That's the reason he wanted her in jail, because, you know, he's already killed her mum. And now there's another person on Earth that can read his emotions, or lack thereof. And he can't have that. That's it. With your special ability, we might just be able to stop him. Your Honor, the detective is deeply traumatized by our accusations. Yes, well, even before all this, I thought he was a rather odd fellow. If he doesn't get a counseling right away, who knows what might happen to him? Okay, hello. I'm back. I have food. I refilled my apple juice. Let's fucking party. I've since consumed the food. I inhaled it, if I'm completely honest. It was just like, you know, those little chicken satay skewer things. Little chicken skewer things. They were very good. I had an entire box of them. Anyway. If he doesn't get counseling right away, who knows what might happen to him? Prosecutor Blackwell, can you believe the nonsense the defense is spouting? Fulbright, I think you better have that counseling. And not you too! You've been making batty remarks ever since you were accused of being the Phantom. Such as you are an undercover investigator and your family has been taken hostage. I fear you have finally lost it. But I thought you believed me.
Silence.
Oh, how you amuse me so. What's going on here? That was an excellent bit of psychological manipulation just now, Simon. I knew you would catch on, Athena. Huh? Mind filling me in here? Guess we left you in the dust, huh, Mr. Wright? Simon was only pretending to believe Detective Fulbright, because he knew if I'd notice if there was a lack of emotions like joy or relief in his response. So he gave me the chance to take a listen. And listen, I did, to the voice of Detective Fulbright's heart. What? You two were working together just now? Sleeper agents in court. And come now, Athena, show us what's inside Fulbright's heart. You got it! Time to check the instant replay. Right, mon ami, let's do this. We never skip Widget. Thank you for believing in me, Prosecutor Blackwell. I'm an undercover investigator, but the Phantom was coercing me. He stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago. I'm a bad, bad person for cooperating with such a man. But he took my family hostage. What else could I do? Oh, even with all his over-the-top expressions and gestures, he's registering no emotion at all? Just like I thought, and right in line with the Phantom's psych profile. Detective Fulbright, this lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom. Hey! What's going on? Wait, hold it. What do you think you're doing, Detective Fulbright? Me? I'm not doing anything. He's trying to hack the Mood Matrix program. I can't do anything with it like this. Ah! A fancy device you have there. But I'll tolerate no cheating, thank you. Haha, sorry about that. I'm an undercover agent. I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking. Not like it's a spy. Thanks, Prosecutor Blackwell. There, now you can't hack me anymore. I dare you to try and hide your lack of emotions from us. Lack of emotions? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings. As a matter of fact, you've wounded me very deeply with that accusation. What's going on? All of a sudden I'm getting overwhelming happy reading. Huh? He's literally crying a river on us. Oops, my mistake. How about this? Gah! Yikes, now he's angry all of a sudden. What's he trying to pull? Like as not, it would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. Just as it says in Dr. Sykes' profile about the Phantom, a subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. Oh, I get it. So he has some emotion, right? Precisely. Which leads me to wonder why you can't sense any emotion from him at all. I believe it's likely because he's controlling his emotions. A very good, Prosecutor Blackwell. You are correct. It's the result of my daily training. A very important skill for us undercover investigators, you know. More like us spies, seriously. And I wonder why he suddenly showed several strong emotions. Wait a minute, I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, Detective. Fear! Haha, a feeling I'm trying to hide, that's a good one. You're the ones who have been saying I'm the Phantom because I don't have any emotions. No, I was just trying to show you the range of deep emotions I truly possess. Then you have no objections to me analyzing you, right? No, analyze away. But I will say it again, I am not the Phantom. I've been forewarned that your analysis will have no effect. Because you're about to see what an undercover agent can really do. Me, the Phantom? No way! Oh, I'm so sad. See, I told you I have emotion. Kill over a moonrock. Hey, hey! The thing. I found it. I found the one emotion you're truly feeling. What? Hidden in the middle of that chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. When you talked about the moonrock. You felt fear that wouldn't fade. Fear, huh? A fear that a man with hardly any emotion feels, huh? And it was in response to that moonrock. Detective Fulbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moonrock because you failed. Oh, your identity be revealed. Of course, that's it. Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries, so there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all. Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You're afraid that the moonrock will somehow reveal your identity. If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even the Phantom feel afraid. Me? Afraid? I don't know what you're talking about. So, there really is something about the moonrock that would never reveal his identity. Oh, that would reveal his identity. Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't so much as steal the moonrock. Or more like had to take it with him, because there was something on it that would reveal his true identity. Oh, there he goes. Where do you think you're going? Me? I'm not going anywhere. Is it just me, or is he going to use that weird watch thing to try and get away? How many more of those toys does he have, and where can I get myself some? Detective Fulbright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection to the moonrock? In justice we trust, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I feel afraid. Don't make me laugh. What was that just now? But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analyzing cases from a psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth. Yeah! It's all just a waste of time. All your efforts at analysis serve no purpose. And now, in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In an era where evidence is fabricated, do you truly expect feelings to be accepted as proof? Oh yeah, absolutely. And where exactly is your proof? That I fear the moon rock anyway.
Well, I admit I don't have any conventional proof, but I still say that examining a person's heart has its merits.
Oh, really? Then why don't you just listen carefully with those special ears of yours? Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery.
Yeah.
All I hear is distrust. As you can see, the people are on my side, because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine.
But it's not like I use analytical psychology to falsely accuse people.
Uh-oh. She's got Athena doubting herself.
Miss Sykes' analytical psychology has breathed new life into the courtroom. It has freed the hearts of many witnesses and has been the key to getting the truth.
Ha! What nonsense! Your Honor, the defense's claims is a false one. I do not feel any fear when it comes to the moon rock.
I see. Very well, I will give the opinion of this court. In a trial, I don't feel a person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence is. But, Your Honor...
Ha! There, you see. Nobody believes you and your trumped-up charges. However,
I do believe Miss Sykes' analysis can contribute to making the truth clearer. I have seen her do this firsthand several times already. Rare Judge W. It's okay, we can keep him.
Surely you jest.
So does this mean you'll accept my findings in the trial, Your Honor? Yes, I believe your claim, Miss Sykes. I think there is merit in examining why the witness feels fear in regard to the moon rock. That is the court's opinion on the matter. Then that's a win for me. No, a win for analytical psychology. Judge W! Woo! Now, Mr. Phantom, you will tell the court the reason for your fear.
Analytical psychology? My fear's fine. I'll show you precisely why those abstract things can't be considered evidence. Ha 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 ha! He's losing it. My fear of the moon rock. I felt fear when I thought about the moon rock because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of him because he took my family hostage. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all. So the very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him. In fact, I'm on the side of justice.
Can I have it?
There you have it. Now do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock? Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does a two-bit con artist, and that's all meaningless in the absence of evidence.
Oh, they fighting. Anyway.
The Phantom is like the mist, no flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut through it, right, Dono?
Well, yeah.
With your deductive reasoning and the body of evidence before us. Let us send this miserable Phantom fellow to the other world together.
Do we want to hold hands? Am I going to hold hands with Ayo? Oh, so when I say something, it's what? But when you say something, it's like, oh yeah, Annie's just being Annie. Why don't I get the hall pass? You've heard of a hall pass, now here's a hall pass. You and I, Prosecutor Blackwell. We have a duty to bring the Phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts. And this is why I mildly ship them. Anyway.
Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the Phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust with my murder conviction.
I bear part of the responsibility as well, for being suspended for forging evidence and losing my tonnage badge as a result.
But two of us and the Phantom were there from the beginning of the Dark Age of the Law. And then it is also our burden to cut away the foul spectre we created, is it not? Until all that remains is the righteousness of the courts and the faith of the people. Ha 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 ha! Trust. Understanding. Ha. Fragile ideals of the masses are controlled by emotion. Humans cannot trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
Objection!
Once two people are overcome their misgivings, that's when real trust is to be found. You're free to believe what you want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies always. I can't read. This is a crucial part of this game, but I struggle to read. Do I not have the moon rock anymore?
Hold it!
I got it. No, I got it. No. We'll use the power of friendship. Oh, shit. You can't think of a single reason that the Phantom might be afraid of the rock. I thought the Phantom wasn't even supposed to have feelings. How can someone like me, with my wealth of emotions, be expected to understand the guy? The Phantom, a person with very few emotions, would only be afraid of something really big, like his cover getting blown big. I'm willing to bet that the moon rock has something to do with his identity, but what? Maybe the Phantom's fingerprints are on the moon rock? But fingerprints can be wiped off. Then maybe he wanted the rock so bad he literally drooled on it and left his DNA. We're dealing with a spy here, Athena, not a slob. True, but what if the DNA part isn't too far off, huh? Something unexpected happened to him during the incident 7 years ago. Ah, small child. Less suited? You got that weed, Kirby? I just know I have something that can show why the Phantom is afraid of the moon rock. I'll just continue with my testimony whilst you're pondering then, if you don't mind. You got that good kush, Kirby?
Objection!
Oh. It's like, I was just overstimulated. I wish I had weed. A little for me, takes an inhale. A little for him, takes an inhale but exhales on the shrine. And then you sprinkle a little bit of the weed. Annie, are you okay? Annie, respectfully, you had such a bad experience with it because you took so much on your first try. Which isn't your fault, and I completely understand that. It is your mother's fault. However... I know you're still traumatized after the weed gummy, my love. And I completely blame your mother for that entire instance. Like, I'm not good at giving advice on the situation because if anything ever goes wrong with me, I just go to sleep. Like, medical emergency, I'm in a massive amount of pain, I take a nap. Period cramps so bad I feel like I'm gonna pass out, I take a nap. I'm really, really sad and feel like dying, I take a nap. Having a tough day at work, I take a nap. I don't think there's been something in my life that I haven't been able to fix so far without taking a nap. That's just what works for me. I don't expect it to work for you or anyone else necessarily. But yeah. I see the Hat Man in the corner of the room at 3 AM. I take a nap. You know, it's It balances itself out. Detective Fulbright, I assume you know what this is. Of course, that's the knife that the Phantom used to kill Clay Saren. That's right, and the exact type of knife that Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand. Yes, that was discussed earlier, as I recall. He dodged at first, so I only got his clothes, but I tried again. Yeah. Yeah, I do think about that. He could snap my neck, then I'd thank him. And this time you got him, didn't you? I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand. Miss Sykes then stated she remembers the culprit bleeding. Hi, Vinny. Hi. Uh-huh. It's my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moon rock, and that he was afraid that if the blood was analysed, his true identity would be revealed. It explains why the Phantom had to remove the moon rock from the crime scene. Vimy! Vimy! Your mummy says hello! Sorry, she got her foot stuck on the, on the bed sheet. Vinny! Vinny, say hi! Yeah? Hello, Vinny. Mwah. Hi. You drooling again, baby? Oh, hi, my baby. Hi, hi. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet, baby. Oh, you sweet girl. You sweet baby. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. You're such a sweet baby. Oh, you give me kiss. Thank you, baby. Oh. Look at you. You're a good girl. You're a good girl, Vinny. Oh, you're so small, aren't you? You're so small. Oh, you good girl. Oh, you're drooling. Oh, Vinny, you're drooling. Oh, hello. Vinny, you gonna say hello to everyone? Oh. She no want meow. Hello. You mean if we ran the analysis now, we'd know who the Phantom was? I'm not bold. Yes, I suppose so. But unfortunately, the moon rock in question is still missing. That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened to it in great detail. You can? Of course. Not. You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me. What this court needs is a... Ah, you danced and puppet. Clip it! Clip! Anyway. The infamous... the infamous sword of the beguiling bluff. Its edge is without compare. Come now, ready me with it, and show us how finely it cuts. Your Honor, this is an outrage! Oh, I mean, this is an outrage! Ah! Go on, right, Dono. Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. Now, the culprit supposedly removed the moon rock from the lab. Beguiling. But in this video of him, it's nowhere to be seen. Oh, you're right. That is something to consider. What if the Phantom hid the moon rock somewhere at the scene of the crime? Good thinking, boss. The security was super tight at the Space Center back then. Yes, and all that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security those days. All personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. Beguiling? I couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints. Does this mean that the moon rock is still somewhere in the Space Center? In the name of justice, I proclaim that's impossible. And why is that? Yay! I can pronounce words. The Space Center was searched from top to bottom. And especially the lab. But the moon rock was never found. Ah, how could I forget that? A sad but true fact. We still haven't a grasp on how it was done. But the Phantom made the moon rock vanish into the ether. There's no way it just disappeared. Logic and evidence tell us otherwise. The Phantom didn't have the moon rock on him when he left the lab. And yet, a thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And it never turned up in the 7 years after that either. The Phantom made the moon rock disappear without physically removing it himself, but how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think. How did the moon rock vanish from the robotics lab? He sent it to space. I know. I know, because it's got the moon rock piece in it. It's got the moon rock here. That's the moon rock. What? Ooh, sorry. I mean, what? In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the Phantom make the moon rock disappear from the crime scene?
Take that!
That's where the moon rock was hidden? Yes, well, I thought it would be kind of cool if it was. Wow, I can't believe you just did that to me, Kirby. You said present. I wasn't asking for what you thought would be cool. I'm like, it was sent. He sent it to space.
Take that!
That's the Hope capsule, right? The one that went up with the Hat 1 rocket? He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the Space Center to be found either. So there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hub capsule was there at the lab that day. Don't kill yourself. It'll ruin the stream. Yes, and the team must have loaded into the Hope space probe eventually. But if that's what happened, then the moon rock would have been launched into space along with the rocket. Preposterous. That would mean, for these past 7 years, the moon rock was... Exactly. The Phantom got rid of the moon rock in the most cosmic way he knew how. He sent it to space. It was out there in the depths of space, aboard the Hope space probe. What? Order in the court. I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage the Hat One anyway. The villain, he used his primary objective to conveniently kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That's right. He planned for the moon rock to be turned to cosmic dust in outer space, thereby destroying that one piece of evidence that could reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot. The Hope space probe sailed off safely on its mission and returned 7 years later, with the capsule in tow. If we analyze the plot of the moon rock, it should make one thing crystal clear. That you were the Phantom all along, Detective Fulbright. So he killed Clay just so he could get the moon rock back? I believe so. His original assignment may have just been to sabotage the Hat too, but at the same time he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crime 7 years ago. That's why he went to the boarding lounge and attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end, it was all he could do to just escape himself, so he didn't get the capsule. Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. He probably hung onto the capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath. Oh. Oh, this is so funny. You make me laugh. You really do. Well, he's totally out of whack now. It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't you just admit to it all now? There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright, undercover investigator, I tell you. I'm not the Phantom. The blood on the rock is just another one of his schemes, a trap. Now I'm not sure what to believe. I suppose if the Phantom was a spy worth his salt, the trap is not out of the question.
Objection!
But in that case, you could say anything is a trap. That's what makes a trap a trap. I've been framed and taken the blame for the Phantom. Your Honor, I believe further investigation is in order. Further investigation? More like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must, here and now. I guess it is time to show you just what I'm really capable of. Die, Simon Blackwell! Hey, you guys really aren't... Oh, hello, old man. Looks like I made it just in time. Husband! Sorry, one sec. I've uncovered some news for you, Mr. Wright. I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something out about the Phantom's true identity? You might say that. I've started by looking into the first people on the scene 7 years ago. Are you okay? All 3, an employee and 2 officers, were registered in the robot's recognition system, but none of them looked the least bit like Detective Fulbright. That's not good. But there's more. I have yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you best brace yourselves. Uh-oh. The man you see before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? An unidentified body was found a year ago, has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints. Then, does this mean... Yes, That man is an imposter pretending to be Bobby Fulbright. An imposter? Then this means this man... Who in the world is he? Enough of your trickery. If you will not reveal yourself to us, then I shall do it for you. What the... Oh! His face! Oh, look what you did to my mask. Mask? What's the meaning of this, witness? Okay, you got me, I guess. I have to show you who I really am now. Wait, but that's... Hey, Apollo, yep, it's me, Solomon Starbuck. It's the Starbuck. That can't be right. You can't really be the Phantom, can you? Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard the Hat 1, which was set to be destroyed. Yeah, this is just another mask. I mean, didn't I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identities at will. I can be anyone I want. Not so fast. I have the Phantom psych profile right here. If we compile a psych profile on you and compare the results, it will prove you're the Phantom. It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase, the end justifies the means. That voice, those words. How'd he hide that under there, man? I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes. Professor Means' mask? I'll take what I want by any means necessary. Now give me that evidence. Huh? Time to take out the trash. Permanently. How could you? Now, do you see how powerful the end justifies the means can be?
Silence.
How pathetic. You can't even speak without wearing another man's face. Ah, that's the life of an undercover agent for you. My real face has no meaning or value to me at all. Or perhaps it really is the case that you don't even know who you are anymore. What must you see when you look in a mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I'd wager. Well, aren't you the master of psychology, Blackwell? That's right, I don't know who I am. I'm always living as someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looks like. Or even what my personality was like. My face, memories, personalities, belief, emotions, and soul. I left them all behind. I have no self. I am no one. I'm nothing but an endless abyss. What is with this guy? Is he even still human? And now, we resume with your lesson, Phoenix Wright. Oh, Professor Wright. Oh, I believe you made this argument earlier. If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I'm the Phantom. I believe there was blood on the moon rock in that capsule. Now that we know you aren't even Bobby Fulbright. Your claim of Phantom trap won't work anymore. Then why don't you bring this moon rock in? This decisive evidence from the Hope capsule? I think I'll do just that. Get ready, because the Hope capsule is about to steal your... Fuck! It was in the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule is in the courtroom as evidence and was blown to smithereens. It looks like you finally caught on. Full marks from the defense's effort. But what a shame your hope was lost in the courtroom explosion. So that's the real reason the courtroom was blown up. It was all for the Phantom to destroy that one piece of evidence. Everything has been the Phantom. It's always the Phantom. Has the only evidence we have on... Has the only evidence we have on this guy really been destroyed? How dare you continue to call me the Phantom? As I've said all along, I'm just a nameless undercover agent.
Objection!
And the defense will continue to assert that you are the Phantom. Furthermore, we have proof, or at least a prayer. I'm afraid that won't do, Mr. Wright. Not until the next game. In the next game, that will do a lot, really. At least put some weight behind your swing, right, Dono? I know, I'm trying! There's only one thing that can unmask the menace. The moon rock. It was blown to bits in the courtroom bombing. And yet, is it really gone without a trace? What if some tiny part, even a little fragment, still exists? Yes. As you can see, the stolen moon rock there, too. That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. Very well, Mr. Wright. Let's see your proof.
Take that!
Isn't that the bomb that blew up the courtroom and the moon rock along with it? Are you saying this will reveal the Phantom's identity? Yes, Your Honor. Focus your attention on this photo taken after the bombing, specifically right here.
Take that!
Please take a look at this newspaper article. This article about the hat one. Now please look at the strange black and yellow rock on the left. That's the moon rock. And when we look at the photo of the bomb fragments, see how there's a rock-like object with the same coloration? Oh my, yes, I see it. Crease his Jordans! It would seem that the moon rock was much more durable than the Phantom thought. If we take a look at all the fragments that the police found, we'll likely find one with blood. And DNA testing on that blood will prove the witness is indeed the Phantom. Unbelievable! But that's impossible. Was surprised to be sure. That's one bloody tough rock. Let us have these fragments tested straight away. Oh, and you'll be having a DNA test too, Fulbright. Bailiff, contact the police department immediately and order the testing. Yeah. Prosecutor Blackwell, what did the test results show? There was a rock fragment that had blood on it that appeared to be several years old. DNA testing revealed... Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed. They confirmed that it was the witness's blood, didn't they? There's no use trying to talk your way out of it anymore. Admit it, you're the Phantom.
Objection!
Huh? Mr. Wright, did you just raise an objection to yourself? No, I didn't say a word. That was my objection, Apollo. Huh? Oh no. Why? That was a pretty good objection too, don't you think? He's so cunty in the suit. He is. Now he's me? So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, not really, Your Honor. No, not you, Mr. Wright. I mean the witness, Mr. Wright. Could this trial get any more insane? Mr. Wright, this fragment of rock in the photograph, and those just like it. How can you be so sure they're pieces of the same moon rock that was at the robotics lab? Care to explain what you mean? Well, there may have been a rock or two in the courtroom that had my blood on it. But how do you know they're not just some rocks? You can't prove that they're the moon rock, right?
Objection!
Don't be absurd. Just compare the fragments with the rock in the newspaper article. Anyone can see they're the same. They're the exact same coloration.
Objection!
But maybe some other rock with the same coloration happened to be in the courtroom. That's highly unlikely with rocks such... It's highly unlikely a rock with such unique appearance just happened to be here. But you can't deny it's a possibility.
Objection!
But your blood was found on one of the fragments. Apollo, there's nothing suspicious about my blood being on a piece of rock. And why not? I know it sounds like an excuse. Several years ago, I tripped and fell in this very courtroom, and I was hurt pretty badly. Maybe that's how my blood found its way into a piece of rubble. Even he must really realize how ridiculous that sounds. And yet I suppose it's not completely out of the question. I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Wright. I thought that the worst of the times when the lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're the last person I want to hear that from. Yeah. Next step, we have to fight the Holy Mother herself. The Holy Mother has been accused of murder, and the new prosecutor wants to bring her to justice. We're going straight to God. You're the last person I want to hear that from. Well, why don't we get these fragments analysed? We could ask an expert to verify if they were from the moon rock in the robotics lab or not. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that's not going to be possible. And why not? In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say they're from, you need a sample of the moon rock from 7 years ago to compare it with. But that moon rock doesn't exist anymore, and there's no sample data left either. They should kill Maya. So you see, in short of going back in time, there's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from the moon rock. Earring, earring. He's not wearing socks. There's really no way to prove it? Are you finally ready to throw in the towel?
Objection!
That was from me. So the moon rock doesn't exist anymore, huh? That's right. It really was a valuable rock too. A shame, really. But it's lost to us forever. He's wrong. It's not completely lost. There's another piece of it left here, right by our side. A shining fragment of hope that can turn everything around. A final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good. The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim. You have what now? A final fragment of hope that was passed down with great love and care. We do? We do. It's on your fucking ear. Even if the person holding it hasn't even realised it yet. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Pay no attention to him, Your Honour. He's just bluffing as usual. I wonder if you'll be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I've got. Try me. A piece of evidence that shows the original moon rock isn't completely lost is this. Oh my god, we did, didn't we? We had Apollo, and I would have changed mine to Clavier, but I was name locked. It's just about the only thing of my mother... It's just about the only things my mother left for me. Our widget. And this earring. Maybe she did love me in her own way. See, role-playing on Facebook was very hard back in the day. Because there was constant ban waves of people for false names, and sometimes you'd never hear from somebody again after role-playing with them for years because they got zucked. As we called it. They got zucked. And this happened to me, except they asked me to change my name, so I had to change my name, but that meant I was unable to change it back, which I think is stupid, but, you know. Athena, you may not know it, but your mother left you with a very important piece of evidence. They were like, yeah, Apollo's a regular name. She did? You're bluffing. You don't have anything of the kind. Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally corner you. Because we have a moon rock of our own. Yeah. Oh! You mean... Exactly. A gift Dr. Sykes left her daughter. An item Athena has cherished and worn all these years. As distant as Miss Dr. Sykes may have seemed to her daughter, that fragment of her love will shake off the darkness of the past and give us all hope for the future. This is the defense's sample of the moon rock. That's your sample? And this earring that Miss Sykes always wears was made from the original moon rock. What? All this time? We've just had a moon rock sitting here, fuck's sake! Why didn't you say anything, Mr. Wright? God damn it! No. No, it can't be. If the composition of the bombed fragments and the earring are found to be a match, then it will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the origin of the fragment in this photo, and since the testing results showed us that the blood on the fragments was yours, it means that the identity you tried so hard to hide will finally be revealed. The identity I tried to hide? I don't even have an identity to hide! We may not have Athena's ears now, but I can still hear the fear in your voice. Fear? I don't feel fear. I left all my emotions behind years ago. Every human being feels fear. You simply can't face the emotions inside of you. You can't face them because you have nothing. No love, no trust. And I suppose you do. I didn't have anybody to support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside of me. Couldn't get over the trauma of my past. Like I said, I don't feel fear.
Objection!
You're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt like I would collapse under the weight. But I wanted to trust her. And I knew I could trust Mr. Wright to uncover the truth. That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation. Running away from myself? How can I run away from myself when there's nothing inside? Nothing at all.
Objection!
You can be silly. I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you to understand, but people have emotions. It's just a fact of life, and so people can be weak at times. But that's exactly why people need to trust one another, so they can gain the strength to face themselves when things are at their bleakest. Hey, baby. Yes, you can be silly. Okay. Without trust in others, how can you ever hope to face your fears? The fear inside of me is this. No. Ah! I'm afraid. I'm scared. I feel fear. You can't outrun yourself. Remove that mask and unleash your emotions. Call me. With your own true face. My own true face? No, please don't. I know you're here. Where are you? See? I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest.
My own true face. I don't have one.
Is this my face? Is this it? No, that's not it. No. No. This isn't me either.
This isn't me. Oh, which one is my face? Oh, who am I? Oh, Damn, he's got the whole cast. He's got supporting cast and everything. It was Kirby. Kirby shot him. A sniper attack in this very courtroom chilled me to my bones. But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak. Prosecutor Blackwell, how is his imposter doing?
He's a lucky fellow, and the bullet didn't hit any vital organs. He appears to be in no danger of dying.
Well, that was fortunate for us all.
The analysis of that final piece of evidence Wright donors submitted is in. The composition of Miss Sykes' earring and the fragment with the blood on it are a match. We can now be certain that this fragment of the moon rock in question... Oh, fuck. The murders and bombings of the Space Center, both past and present. The bombing of courtroom number 4 and all his other crimes as numerous as the stars. Under suspicion of all these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. The prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. There are still a myriad of things we wish to tell us about after all.
God rest his soul. Well, it's finally time to bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to her proper place? Jesus Christ, this is not proper courtroom proceedings.
Yes, Your Honor.
Simon, I love you. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Athena Sykes, not guilty. Way! Where is it coming from? It's spawning out of the sky! Court is adjourned. Thank fuck. He's so happy. He's like,
that's my girl. That's my little sister.
December 20th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Oh my god, it's Pearly! Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Thanks, Pearls, and thank you for being there for Athena. It's the least I could do, but Athena was great, wasn't she? She was so strong. Daddy, I'm so glad to see you. Trucy, are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up. Of course she was. That's so Trucy for you. I'm really glad to see you're safe. Oh my god, Polly, you're back to normal. Polly, you're not emo anymore.
Right, I fear I owe you yet another debt of gratitude.
Don't worry, you can pay it back in other ways.
Edgeworth. We never would have caught him if it weren't for all of you.
Ah, come on, Edgeworth, what are you talking about? You're the one who's been tracking down the Phantom this whole time. Plus, you were the one who gave Blackwell permission to serve as prosecutor, right?
Yes, well, we knew the Phantom was somewhere nearby. And the police and I were just trying to find him, but we never did manage to do so until this trial. Well, we wouldn't have won this trial without you. It was your help as chief prosecutor that was the key to the successful conclusion. Besides, it was you who saw to it I got my attorney's badge back, wasn't it? So you figured it out then, didn't you?
Yeah, getting my license back just went a little too smoothly, you know? Should have been much harder after all that, after they are flirting. Apollo to the side, covering Trucy's eyes. Athena is covering Pearlie's eyes. It shouldn't have been much harder. It should have been much harder than after the whole evidence forging scandal. Well, I owed you a few favors. Hey, Edgeworth, think we can finally bring the Dark Age of the law to the end? But he didn't forge it. He didn't. He presented the well, I mean, they didn't find out he actually forged that bit of evidence. They don't know about that. Actually, even the darkest nights turn to dawn eventually. Our sun will rise again. Besides, now the prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges. It's a great deal of the mistrust towards the court system should have been swept away. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, you could have said that with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. It won't kill you. Instead, the furrows in the brows of yours just keep getting deeper and deeper. So I should smile more, huh? I think about it. Aw, dads are fighting again. The complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals. Athena, they're married, with children. Athena? Oh my god, it's your boy. I am forever in your debt. You went through all that trouble, even taking the bar exam while you were overseas. Well, I knew if I didn't get your sentence overturned fast, you'd be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. I'm so glad I made it in time. Look at her. Just barely. But I still made it. Atta girl, Athena. It's good to see you finally let your tears out. Yes, I survived by the skin of my teeth thanks to you. Shame on you, Simon, for trying to throw your life away like that. It was never my intention to throw my life away. But some things in this world are more important than your own life. Like what? My honor-bound duty to protect with my life. My mentor's most beloved treasure. Huh? That's some loyalty. This guy really is a samurai through and through. She's so oblivious. I love her. Well, looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Athena, thank you so much. It took all of us to pull it off. Yes. You bet, boss. What a team we are, huh? Don't bite the carpet, it's got cockroaches on it. That was definitely the most amazing turnabout I've ever seen. I'm a lucky guy. My office has the best, most capable lawyers around. You've got plot armor. This guy can't die. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'm going to work extra hard to make up for all the worry I caused. Apollo Justice is fine and ready to go. Let's hear it for the Wright Anything Agency. Well, nobody's going to try harder than me, so you better watch out, Apollo. Simon is free thanks to Mr. Wright. But there are so many people out there who need our help. You're right, and I'll be needing you both to help them. We still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major victory, but the war is far from over. There are still people out there suffering under false charges that who need defending. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. If we ever hope to fully bring the Dark Age of the Law to a close. Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of piping hot noodles. Huh? Nothing like a bowl of Eldoon's noodles after a trial, all on Mr. Wright's tab. That's how it works at the Wright Anything Agency, right, Mr. Wright? Huh? Huh? Eh? As a boss, it's your duty to express gratitude to your people for their great work. In that case, allow me to join in the festivities. I would greatly welcome a bowl of noodles. He's like, I'm getting out of he's like, I'm out of prison. First thing I'm doing, ramen. Huh? I have an idea, Daddy. Why don't you just invite everyone involved with the case? The more the merrier, right? Oh, Mr. Nick, look how far you've come. Who knew you'd grow up to be such a generous gentleman? Guys, under the circumstances, there's only one thing I can say. Only if we get to join in. Hey, no fair. I want to say it too. Okay, here we go.
Objection!
And with that concludes Dual Destinies. Oh, never mind. We got the after bits. I'm
was trying to think of something nice I could do for Polly now that he's back, so I decided to go around and get a bunch of jobs for him to do. No, Tracy! Find a lost cat, install an air conditioning, give a computer lesson, find a lost item. You think I should have found it in a few legal cases? Nah, that's okay. This is the right anything agency after all. Athena and Apollo are so wonderful in court. I'd better study as much as I can if I want to be a judge someday. My grandma says eat lots of peppers and they'll ignite your passion. Oh, but I should figure out which to grow, green peppers or yellow peppers. Or maybe I should go with hot as the sun red peppers instead. Junie, no! Yeah. The noodle case. The noodle case. The end of the dark age of the law, you say? Tisk, tisk, how naive. Don't you know it's sometimes necessary to get a guilty verdict by any means possible? What? They're putting me under investigation. The chief prosecutor wants to see me. Yeah. I've been asked to debut the great masked wrestler Ten Mataro. He's scheduled to go up against the Amazing Ninetales next week, though. Oh, what to do? A fight to the finish with myself. Why don't you ask Mr. Demon Lawyer to be the Amazing Ninetales too? That's not a bad idea. I bet he'd be all for it. Caca, caca! So we meet as foes, as we are, my little friend. Would you believe it? I'm Alderman of Ninetales now. Pretty impressive, eh? I took over after XQB for the... what you say? Like to make a little donation to help us out. Hey, you, what do you think you're doing sneaking into the manor? Oh, the jig's up. Better make a run for it. I thought I wanted to be an artist, but after seeing the amazing job Athena did, I started becoming genuinely interested in law, so now I'm studying for the bar exam. I'm gonna prosecute Athena someday, you'll see. I'm studying my buns off too, but not for the bar exam. I'm gonna pass the Themis entrance exam on my own merit this time. With a score of 100 points, of course. Hugh, Juniper, our dream will live on forever! I found a really sweet box of all three of them. Well, I won't wear them. It's because I wanted to be a legal journalist instead of a lawyer or judge. But anyway, thanks to the trial, the school newspaper future is as bright as it can be. Now let's see what the fresh blood have to say in this new school paper. Our editor cried so hard at graduation rehearsal, her cardboard box got soggy. Not again. Fop! As a one-night-only reunion concert, I still remember the evening of passion. The president of the student council sang like no high school student I've ever heard. Whether she's a judge or a... Yes, it'd be the coolest trial ever, yeah? I can already hear it now. I gave this place a good cleaning from top to bottom, but it's already a mess again. I guess the only thing I can do now is clean up the attitudes of the people in this office. I'm gonna fucking beat them. The Mystic Maya due to come here once our training's over. It simply must be done. Ayo? Ayo? Aha! Humanity's dreams for outer space will never die. In fact, planning for the HAT-3 rocket has already been officially begun. Look upon me, people of the great nation, and witness the glory of Yuri Cosmos. What do you... Oh, Director. Yes, rocket preparations are fully completed, yes. You just leave everything to me. Assistant Director Yuri Cosmo. He got demoted. They demoted his ass. I'm going to the moon in the new rocket. If Athena or Mummy Metis came to the moon, I would love to show them around. But which is more interesting? Montes, Tranquilite, what? You think they would like either one? Yay, hooray! I wonder how Miss Aura is doing. I'd rather be near Miss Aura than on the moon. Oh, Miss Aura, I want you to use me again just like you used to. Hey, yo. Clonko? Clonko? Annie about to fucking identify as Clonko. Ready for launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! I'm going to the moon for real this time, for me and Clay. Thanks to my lawyers. I now know I should never give up. But I'm worried. You can't breathe in space. In fact, it's cold as heck. Oh man, now I'm getting really nervous. Fucking called it. What are you doing here? No, I am not employed here. I simply came to request the services in defense of my sister, but no one's around and I've been kept waiting for a long time. And what sort of case brings you here? Oh, your father was accused and you wish Athena to defend him. Then perhaps he and I shall meet in the courtroom in the near future. There he goes. He's at Athena's house. He just pulls up. He's like, okay, I live here now. I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. Ah, please forgive me. Blackwell's acquittal has brought all kinds of manner of ills into the prosecutor's office. It would seem solving the case has thwarted the chill of winter and warmth of spring. Now I owe Wright yet another debt of gratitude, but I will repay him one day. You can trust in that. I bet he will. I love how this is framed. It looks like a memorial. Okay, so... Bones? It was made by Studio Bones? No. Anyway. You go be a little silly. You want me to, like, switch onto Minecraft? Is that what's happening here? Look, I know there's an hour cooldown between the redeems, but that's because I didn't want multiple people to redeem them at once. I wanted time to be able to actually build the house. Okay, okay. I can't believe you're forcing me to stop. I was gonna start the first case. I was gonna start the first case of Spirit of Justice, you know. Alright, I'll start it tomorrow. Me need attention. Alright, fair enough. Damn, these fucking credits take fucking forever. Me. What? I can't believe Athena has hypermobile joints. I mean, look at the absolute curve of this finger. That's not normal. Look at these guys. They're all straight. I mean, I assume you are Mimi more cowboy than me because, oh. Cutscene.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Why is he on a hill? Her hair down!
Mr. Starbuck!
You'll be fine. Just believe in yourself.
The moon's closer than you think!
Da moon! The wedding case is the Spirit of Justice DLC, yeah.
Thanks, guys. I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
All right.
Look at my kids. I'm not doing the Orca case. Because if I do the Orca case, I'm gonna have to rap. And I don't want to rap. I'm too white for rapping. Through these years, I've seen as much joy, heartache, and other shit that I can't read. But just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair, I believe that hope and friendship can lift us all up towards a brighter tomorrow. I don't have the facilities for that, big man. Look at him, his long, luscious hair flowing in the wind. Continue on to the next game. Yeah! No. Okay. The DLC is included in the download. What? Look at my boy. Why are his eyebrows so big? Anyway, you know what? They really suit him. Anyway, look how pretty he is. This is the prettiest man, objectively. Like, yeah, you have pretty, like, Simon, like, pretty boy. Like, he's objectively handsome. Simon is objectively handsome. But then you have Nayuta, who is just ethereal. For what reason is he ethereal? We don't know. It's like if a man and a woman had a baby. Well, I mean, his original design, he was meant to be... What? His mum is hot as balls. But also he is a splitting image of his mother. But yeah, so in his original concept art, he was meant to be a female prosecutor. But they changed him to male for some reason. So now we have a grand total of one female prosecutor. If I'm remembering correctly. Oh, 2 technically. His stepmom. Technically. So I like to hit him with the trans beam sometimes. I think it's funny.
I think it's very funny. Like, he has such a round face. Like, if you look at Simon's face, his face is very angular. Sometimes. And like, Phoenix's face is also very angular. Apollo's not so much, but you know. And then you have like Fulbright's face that's very angular. This man is basically has a chin that's 90-degree angle. Yeah. But his face is so round. Gender fluid. But yeah. Also his theme. Spirit of Justice. Where are you? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Hello, yes. Yes, my love. How can I help? Okay. I just love him, actually. I know. All right, I'll stop the stream. All right. So, I did hydrate. Look, I'll even do it again. Thank you. Alright, well, that is Spirit... No, it's not Spirit of Justice. That is Dual Destinies finished. The next time I stream, we will be starting Spirit of Justice, the 6th game in the Ace Attorney franchise. We get to see a new country, a new legal system, and a smoking hot... quite honestly, nobody in the family really fails in terms of looks. There is one person in the family that fails in terms of looks, if I'm completely honest. I'm listening. The dad? I didn't say whose dad he was. I said he is a father. He says that. Well, I never said it was Nayuta's father. I said it was a dad. I said the dad. Of course Nayuta has a father. He was brought into this world somehow. He's just a father that exists within the series. Yeah. Yeah, Kirby's gonna fold fucking hard for him. Kirby may just actually become a table, a folding table. That is how hard Kirby will fold for him. But also just the prospect of trying to do their voices scares me. And honestly, it scares my voice as well. So yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to call it here because we have gone over the 3-hour mark. So, thank you. I will see you next time. Good day. Bye-bye now.